My name is Louisa, and I work for the Natural Resources Defense Council, primarily on grizzly bears. I saw about 100 feet away down a little draw, a mother grizzly bear flat on her back, nursing her two cubs. Two cubs of this year. They were very small. And she was so close you could hear her, and the little guttural sort of nickering voice that she was talking to her cubs. And every once in a while the cub would kind of pick up his head and sort of look at this slowly growing crowd of people on the road sort of staring at it. And it was like a private experience, like we were looking into the window, through the window, peeping into the lives of these wild creatures. And she was letting us have this experience in her presence, of the most intimate experience of nursing her cubs. And she was completely unafraid. She was very relaxed about it. And the cubs would periodically get up and stare at us, and eventually she sort of had enough and she kind of shook herself and got up. And by then there was a crowd of people, and we were all trying to be very quiet, but of course everybody was whispering very loud and making a huge ruckus in at least 5 different languages that I could hear. And kids were, the camera shutters were going, and the video people, and people were running out of batteries and complaining about the fact their cameras weren't working anymore, and having this incredible experience, in the middle of which she gets up and she walks right to us. The crowd parts, a little bit like the Red Sea, and she walks across the road, and the cubs are right behind her, and then she stops on the other side of the road and starts casually digging balsam root. And the cubs follow her, but can't resist sort of standing up on their hind legs and looking back at these sort of two-legged, gawking creatures just staring at her. And it was a thrill. It lasted over an hour. It was a thrill of a lifetime. Why people come to Yellowstone, to see animals you can see nowhere else in the lower 48 states, not certainly at that distance and safely. It was a very highly controlled situation. The Park Service handled it beautifully. Everyone was safe, and people got a taste of the wild that they will go home and tell stories about to their kids and their grandkids about when they got 30 feet from a female grizzly and her cubs.